Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Ground and Pound Podcast Best Bets video for UFC 318. Dustin the Diamond Poirier taking on Max Holloway in the main event. And as always, if you're enjoying the content here on the Ground and Pound Podcast, hit that like and subscribe button as we talk about the success the Slam of the Week has been having. 7 of its last 8 success rate through the roof, and hopefully we can keep that continuing here on the Ground and Pound Podcast. And shout out to you, Mystic 1850. You wanted the best bets, baby. You've got them. Here we go. We got the first leg here, and we've got Vinicius Oliveira kicking things off in the Slam of the Week, the one that I put the most money on every week. And I just think that his Muay Thai style here is going to be all it takes to beat a guy like Kyler Phillips. If he wants to mix in wrestling, he can. I think he can chew up that low calf kick and really slow down the movement of a guy like Kyler Phillips, who likes to bounce around on the outside. I think wherever this fight takes place, I think Vinicius is going to have success. He's going to kick things off here with the value side of this bet for our Confidence Slam of the Week first leg. And the second leg is also going to be Kevin, the Trailblazer Holland. And I like Kevin to get a finish here. I think he's the better fighter overall against Daniel Rodriguez. He's looked very good since taking his career a little bit more seriously, since moving back to welterweight. He defends the takedowns much better at this weight class. And I think he has much more success here against Daniel Rodriguez on the feet with the range. He's a much better striker. I think he gets a finish, but we're just going to take him money line here for the minus 105 Slam of the Week. And I'm also going to throw this one in. If you guys are plus money hunters, Dakota Ditchev is going to win. I know she's a huge favorite. I never really like to suggest taking this big of an odds, but if you want to get that plus money just to get your money back, you can throw Dakota Ditchev of PFL Africa on there. She's going to smoke her opponent like she always does. And that's going to be the Slam of the Week this week for UFC. Obviously, if you want to spice it up and throw Ditchev in there just to get plus money, that's up to you. But we're going to be playing for the best bets here for the Slam of the Week. Kevin Holland, money line. Vinicius Oliveira, money line, to make it hopefully 8 of our last 9. And next up, we have the Chalk Parlay, and this is obviously the one with the big favorites that I put together here to get us even money. And kicking things off, we have Gutierrez. I think Gutierrez gets the KO here. I like the fact that obviously he does have measured pressure on the feet. He is very technical for a guy that carries Francis Ngannou-like power, and I think that he can find the chin of Robert Valentine here. So the first leg here for our Chalk Parlay is him to find the knockout within 3 rounds. I think he does it in 1, but he's going to kick things off here for the first leg by knockout. And the second leg is going to be Daniel Zellhuber, and I think that wherever this fight goes, he's going to be able to find the finish here on Johnson. Obviously, Johnson's chin has been tested in multiple fights. Daniel Zellhuber is a rangy kickboxer. He has great front chokes. I like him to probably find the finish here against the UFC veteran, but I'm just going to take him money line here for our second leg. And next up, we have Bruno Ferreira, the Hulk. And I think, again, he probably finds the chin at some point with one of those big overhands, Hulk smash style. But we're just going to take him here, money line. I think that he gets it done here against McVeigh. I just think this is a big step up in competition for Jackson McVeigh. I think Bruno Ferreira cashes here for the third leg of our Chalk Parlay to get us to even money. Some of these big favorites this week, I think a lot of favorites win on this UFC 318 card. And this is 3 that I like it to get it done for our Chalk Parlay. And next up, we have my Dog of the Week. The only money line that I like this week is a plus money underdog. And if you haven't seen that video already, it'll be Marvin, the Italian Dream Vittori here. This line started off at plus 250. It's now sitting at around plus 170. I really like Marvin here to get it done. If you're interested in a more detailed breakdown, I'll leave a link in the description for the Dog of the Week video. Full highlight reel tape there for you as well for your entertainment. I like Marvin to get it done here at plus money for the Dog of the Week. And next up, we're talking props, baby. And I think Jimmy Crute comes in here and gets his first round submission. I think this is his best path to victory. He's had a few shaky performances recently, but there's a big skill gap here on the ground against Marcin Prachnio. I think he comes in early, gets back in the win column with an early takedown. I think he finds a submission. I'm going to say Kimura or arm triangle here. Prachnio looks absolutely lost when he gets to the ground, and I think Jimmy Crute knows that. I think his team gets in his ear, tells him to go for the takedowns, and we're looking at plus 425 here by submission in round 1. Jimmy Crute, fight smart, let's take this fight to the ground. Let's get the sub here for our props, for our guys here on the Ground and Pound podcast. And also, I'm going with inside the distance here for Prado. I think that this is kind of crazy odds, to be honest. We're getting 2-1 here for a guy that literally all 12 of his wins have come inside the distance. 6 by knockout, 6 by submission. And I think he comes in here and I think he looks for the finish. It's pretty much how he likes to fight. I will say as well, just as a little sprinkle, if you guys want to sprinkle the submission prop, it is at plus 850. I think that's kind of crazy for a guy that 50% of his wins all come via submission. He's training over at American Top Team. I wouldn't be surprised if they told him to wrestle based on his opponent's last performance. If he comes in here and wrestles, that submission prop could be very live. I think if you want to play a little bit safe, which is what we're going to do here on the Ground and Pound podcast prop section, we're going to go inside the distance here at plus 210 to cash for us. I like both of these props. I think there's value to be had. And if you want to sprinkle on that submission for Prado, I don't blame you. And that's all of our best bets for this week. And as always, I got to let you guys know what's on the channel. We've got the full card breakdown for for PFL Africa, the Cape Town card that's going to be on Saturday before the UFC event. Carlos and I did that video earlier. And we have the full card breakdown for UFC 318. That's obviously a more detailed breakdown of each individual matchup. And obviously the dog of the week, like I mentioned, we got Marvin Vettori, the Italian Dream this week. I think he cashes for us as the underdog, a more in-depth breakdown and a full highlight reel tape. And as always, if you're enjoying the content here on the Ground and Pound podcast, hit that like and subscribe button. Let's hopefully cash our slam of the week again and make it 8 out of our last 9. If you're enjoying the content, we'll catch you in the next one. Peace.